the things that we do to get the shot. Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to Spain. We're about 70 kilometers away from Barcelona at the home of Nasser Al Attiyah, 5-time Dakar champion. In fact, he sat in the driver's seat of the Dacia Sandrider behind me. Today I am at Dakar School. We've got a whole bunch of activities. We're going to be doing some off-road driving in Dacia Dusters, but the climax, the ultimate thing we've come for, is to experience the Dacia Sandrider. We're going to be going in the Dakar car, and I am beyond excited because I absolutely love Dakar.
First things first, time to enjoy the sunshine, a cold drink, and Nasser's beautiful Spanish home before we head inside for our briefing on the day ahead. The school here is really very impressive. It's a great way to spend time with 5-time Dakar winner Nasser Al Attiyah, but also for us to understand Dacia's role within the Dakar and race series. But it's not just Nasser we'll be meeting. We also had a half-an-hour session with Nasser's co-driver and understood the real complexities of navigating on the Dakar. If you think the drivers are impressive, the navigation and the use of the roadbook is even more so. While Nasser's dog kept a close watch on all of us, we settled down outside for a beautiful barbecue, some incredible food, and some great company. The day not only included time in the Dacia Sandrider Dakar car, but we also got to experience a Dacia Duster off-road, and it was hugely impressive.
Now, this is Alistair, or Stretch, chief mechanic, and the best person I can think of to show me around the car.
It's a fair introduction. I'll let you have that one.
Where do we start? I mean,
so Dacia Sandrider, this is a space frame chassis with a carbon monocoque and then carbon bodywork. We have a 3-litre V6 twin turbo and sort of mid-mounted, more or less. Permanent 4-wheel drive. No whistles, no bangs, just a race car. Let's go.
Can we talk suspension and tyres first?
Yep.
Because
37-inch BF Goodrich.
Which I'm very pleased to see as a Michelin man, so
Yep.
that's good. But they are a standard tyre for all Dakar teams, right? It's a controlled tyre.
You have to nominate your tyre before the race,
Right.
but there is a number of tyres you could choose, but the majority go with the BF, to be fair.
Yeah. And then suspension-wise, what's the kind of travel? Because that...
So we have 350 mil of travel.
Wow.
Yeah, by regulation as well. So we get checked on that 2 or 3 times during the event to make sure we're not exceeding that limit.
Yeah.
Double wishbone suspension, and the suspension is mirrored all the way around. So lower wishbone is the same left front as it is right rear. Upper wishbone's the same all the way around. Just to give it like a commonality with the parts, it means that we can produce them faster.
That was going to be one of my questions. Is it a case of trying to make sure all the bolts are the same size and as much crossover as possible?
Yeah, so all the bolt heads are pretty much, we only have 2 wheel sizes. We have a 19 mil and a 12 mil, and that's kind of it across the whole car, more or less.
Yeah.
For sort of anything mechanical, and then bodywork similar. We have the same sort of uniform bolt everywhere, more or less.
Wow. We wander around to the door. In terms of access, I am a bit worried when I do my passenger lap very shortly that I'm not going to get in the car because it's pretty tight, right?
It is pretty tight, but what is also apparent is that you have to be able to get out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So we have to be able to get you out in 7 seconds.
Wow.
I'm up for the challenge if you are, but it is a challenge.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we'll do that later.
Open the door up. It is actually
just break my legs.
It is only the space you need and nothing extra. I guess that's the point, really.
Yeah.
It is, and some of that comes from the roll cage design, and some of that comes from sort of the comfort and the features that we need to fit inside. So
And you're saying the seats have got like a suspension?
Yeah,
to
so
them
we
as
have
well?
like a attenuated seat, so it sits on like almost like a double wishbone suspension system with a attenuated damper on the back. So if you have a really heavy landing, that'll absorb that and take the shock out of the back. So it means that the drivers don't lose concentration or have any sort of loss of feeling in the back or any injury. Really, it's just kind of a protective system that we have for the crews to kind of keep them fit and healthy in the car.
Wow. And then obviously spare wheel either side.
Yeah, spare wheel each side. They're on a quick release ratchet system, so they can change them in sort of less than 2 minutes on the side of the road.
Has it got air jacks?
So we have a hydraulic jack system that runs off electric pump, so we can.
It's
a
all
little
there.
button system just there, in and out, both sides.
Yeah.
So you can do that from either side with the car running, but it has to be stationary. But yeah, like fully stationary, and then you can just jack the car up.
Got the
Impact gun there with, and then we have the little magnets in the sill. So when they take the wheel nuts off, they don't lose them in the sand. So
that here.
We have a magnetic sill here, so that takes the wheel nuts, so you don't lose them in the
genius
sand.
idea.
Because the last thing you need to do is searching around in the desert for your wheel nuts when you're in a hurry to try and change your wheel.
Wow. A quick question, how easy has it been to kind of train the drivers to do all of mechanicking? I guess that's...
We probably do sort of 4 or 5 days a year with the guys in the workshop, so actually at the factory to go through, like, this is how to change a wishbone, this is how to change a drive shaft, kind of go through pieces, and then every rally we do a sort of refresher course of, like, this changing the spare wheel, sort of changing the ECU, sort of general things that they might have to do during the rallies. Because, as most people probably know, they're kind of on their own out there. We can't support them once they're on the stage, so they have to be able to fend for themselves.
Wow. Last couple of things I want to talk about, because obviously some people are going to go, Dacia doing the Dakar. I know there's a whole adventure thing, but the sustainability element. So this one's on a sustainable fuel.
Yeah, so we have a Ramco sustainable fuel. It's sort of 80% greener than most fuels on the market, and it means that it's better for the environment, better for penguins.
Kill less polar bears and less penguins.
Polar bears and penguins. But it gives us the same performance. It's not. People sometimes think that the biofuel means we have to have less performance or we have to work the engine harder, but actually, the economy and the performance is exactly the same as pump fuel you get off the shelf.
Curb weight? Not that we have many curbs around here.
No, not many curbs.
Dune weight?
It's 2,040 kilo. 2,040 kilos is kind of the minimum weight we have to run to.
Yeah.
Race weight is somewhere sort of 2,075, more or less.
Wow, okay.
Plus fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have a 500 litre fuel tank, so it's a lot of fuel.
500 litres?
500 litres, and we fill that every day. Wow. So that's why going to a green fuel makes a lot of sense.
I am looking at the packaging thing. Well, there's 2 whopping great big tyres, there's an engine, there's a 500 litre fuel tank, there's 2 people. Where?
Yeah.
So because it's not very big.
No, so the fuel cell's sort of sandwiched between the back of the crew here and the radiator, so it's sort of a wedge-shaped tank that sits inside the spare wheels, but there's only everything you need and nothing you don't know. There's no frills with this, it's just what you need to go racing.
Well, Stretch, thank you for that. There's a big queue of people wanting to get access to this car, and actually there's more passenger laps going on. But the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to jump into the passenger seat, and Nasser's going to take me for a spin round his
Good
garden.
luck, mate. I hope you enjoy the ride.
Yeah. I hope to keep me lunch in.
My turn to go in the Dacia Sandrider. I am so excited. This thing sounds epic. Out in the forest, you can kind of see all the dust coming up from the tree. Yeah, full send. Yeah. You did say that we do something cool with the Dacia Duster Dakar car, Charlie, and you've delivered. Over-delivered. I was right. Getting in this car was much harder than I thought.
Nasser, thank you so much for that
No,
experience.
it's a pleasure, to have you here, I hope you enjoy.
What a beautiful house you have.
Thank you so much.
When you bought the house, did it have a Dakar training track
No,
in
nothing,
the back garden?
it's like completely, it's like forest,
Yeah.
And then we came with the idea, to have some track here, to give a chance, for the people who want to come to train and
Yeah.
to development all the cars, our bikes, But this was really working nice, and we are so happy, to have a good pace here in Barcelona, and because still we are missing of this facility,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm quite happy. Thank for Dacia also.
Tell us a little bit about your car,
Oh.
because I've had some hot lap experiences in my time doing YouTube.
Yeah.
That blew me away.
It's unbelievable, because I can stay all day to drive,
Yeah.
Yes, and this car, our Dacia Sandrider, it's like built last year with a high level of engineer technology, and from beginning last year, we came to Morocco Rally and we win.
You win first time out.
First time.
The paddock must have been, oh my God.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
it was a shock.
You're quite good at winning things,
Yes,
right? Both
absolutely.
driving, and I didn't realise you were
And the
clay
shooting
pigeon shooting.
also,
Yeah,
yes,
that's very cool.
I win bronze medal in London, in Olympic game, and 6 times in Olympic game I compete, and a lot of nice medal.
Is there anything you're not good at? Do you know?
No, it's like we try, To be honest, when I start motorsport, I was looking for some other sport, to development my mental, and also the concentration side and eyes side. And my dad, he told me, you are good in hunting and clay pigeon. I said, okay. I've been, and just after 6 months, I feel myself in the national team, and and
months.
then yes, after it was amazing, Now it's like 32 years in the shooting, and also in the motorsport, and I think we enjoy a lot.
So the big question: is there a 6th Dakar crown for you next year? In this car?
I see it in my eyes.
Yeah? You visualize it.
Yes, because we work very hard, and now we are leading the world champion. We have next 2 race, Portugal, Spain, and Morocco. We try to do our best to win the world champion, and then our target, for Dakar 2026.
I hope to be there cheering you on, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you
What
so
an
much.
experience,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Nasser Al Attiyah, 5-time Dakar champion, 6th time next year. You heard it here first.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
So, I'm not quite sure where to begin or even how to summarise today. It's a beautiful part of Spain that we're in, but I first learnt about Dacia's Dakar programme when I was away on a Bigster shoot last year, and I love Dakar to bits, and we tried to do a couple of things at Pro Drive in Banbury where that car is built, and it didn't work, and then I got the invite today to come out and experience the Sandrider, and honestly, it's just blown me away. I can't begin to tell you what a lovely guy Nasser is. So warm and welcoming, and just an absolute legend in the sport. And to drive around his back garden in that was just sensational. And I'm sure the video is not going to do it justice. The speed and commitment, and he's probably driving at 8/10. The axle articulation, the way the suspension worked, the grip from the tyres, the brakes, and even the jumps just, I mean, we were a long way off the ground and airborne for a long time, and when it landed it was just so smooth. Absolutely amazing. Then to do the navigation school and talk to the navigators and all the engineers and so on, it's been fantastic. So a massive thank you. A little bit of Dacia dusting 4x4ing in the middle, which is always good fun. But yes, there's more guys going out in the passenger seat right now. But for now, I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully this won't be the last bit of Dacia Dakar action on the channel. Stay tuned. Massive thanks to Dacia UK for bringing us out to Spain. Massive thanks to Nasser Al Attiyah for his hospitality here in his beautiful home, in his beautiful back garden with a Dakar car. Of course, yeah, brilliant. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film. And I've graduated from Dakar school, so not only do I get a cap, but the main man signed it as well. Absolutely mega. You take care, guys. Drive safe. The things that we do to get the shot. Look at the state of me. Oh my God. Did you try and hide?
Why is it like a...
It looks like the apocalypse film or something, mate. It's bad.